Two mothers charged in connection to a drunk driving accident that ended with each one of them losing a child will be tried separately. Alexis Martinez's attorney filed a motion in April to have their client's trial separate from Danielle Ortiz. Both are facing charges for a deadly drunk driving accident from March of 2021 that killed two kids and injured two others. According to the criminal complaint, late in the evening, Martinez sped around the Big I and went airborne, crashing into a concrete barrier.
So it looks like they were possibly coming through here. They ran a yucca over, smashed right about here.
APD released Facebook Live videos of the pair drinking in the car with a car seat in the back seat. Martinez's 7-year-old daughter, Ortiz's infant son were both killed. The other two children survived. On Monday, Judge Stanley Whitaker ruled that both defendants will be tried separately.
High speed and high strong. A mom runs from police and takes her 12-year-old daughter along for the ride, but not before going live on Facebook. Yep, Local 12's Luke Jones has the video she wanted you to see.
Are you ready to die? Are you ready to die?
A mother's chilling comments to her 12-year-old daughter Wednesday night as she led police on an hour-long chase through Hamilton County. You could see the blue police lights behind her as Jocelyn Lewis live streams the chase on Facebook, making her music preferences and her goals known.
To break the curse that the government put on us for manipulation.
The chase began when Lewis's family called police, concerned about her mental health, but police say she wouldn't stop when they tried pulling her over in Springfield Township.
Who can be God?
For about 10 miles, Crosby ran stop signs and red lights. Eventually, she crashed here in Crosby Township, taking out this fire hydrant when police put down stop sticks.
Lewis was charged with failure to comply, endangering children, and then because of the crash, she was also charged with failure to maintain reasonable control.
At her court appearance the next morning, she initially declined the help of an attorney.
I feel like I need one because I just want to explain myself.
Lewis eventually allowed a lawyer to waive her probable cause hearing, and she was released from jail without posting bond. But later that day, neighbor Doug Muller says he spotted more bizarre behavior at her home.
Saw a car back out, and for about 10 minutes she just laid on her horn. I mean, it was just nonstop.
No one answered at Lewis's home today, so no explanation from the woman who so badly wanted to explain her actions in court. In Springfield Township, Luke Jones, Local 12 News.
The judge cited Lewis's lack of criminal history when releasing her.
South Milford. You have your license, registration on you?
A 33-year-old Michigan mom could be facing her third drunk driving offense after being arrested for operating under the influence with her 4-year-old son in the car with a blood alcohol content 4 times the legal limit, according to police.
She's intoxicated for sure.
Oh, booze?
Yeah.
Police were tipped off about the vehicle, and according to the police report, the woman said she didn't have anything to drink since 5 a.m. and was taking her son to camp. But authorities say they found cans of Red Bull with liquor in them in the cup holders. The officer put the mom through sobriety tests.
I'm gonna have you pick up either leg, whichever one you want, okay? Point your toes straight out, about 6 inches off the ground. Hold it there and count out loud.
Well, who can really do that?
I wouldn't have a problem doing it.
Well.
Okay. Do you want me to demonstrate it for you? Okay. 45 down to 20. Count by 5s, okay?
45. 5 times.
Yep.
45. 44. 43. 40. 35. 30. 25. 20. 15. 10. 5.
After refusing a breathalyzer, she was arrested and taken into custody.
We'll take care of him, okay? Come on.
Her son was picked up by his father at the police department. Police tell Inside Edition that the mom has not yet been formally charged as they are waiting for blood test results. She had a suspended license and 2 previous operating while intoxicated convictions. Be sure to watch.
Tonight we have new information on this local mom who led police on a high-speed chase with her babies in the back seat. A 22-year-old woman from Waterford, as her morning began with an argument with her husband, then it went pretty much downhill for a lot of people after that.
Well, she is now facing a long list of charges from that very chase. And what's even more disturbing is what this mom did after she was arrested. Take a look at the video 7 Action News reporter Kimberly Craig uncovered.
Police say in the white Durango trying to get away from officers is 22-year-old Shifra Yuzalov from Waterford. And in the back seat are her 2 little girls, ages 1 and 2. We're told one of them wasn't even properly secured in her car seat. And when Shifra finally stopped her Durango, she rushed at officers. Police say she was just wailing on them, slapping and punching them in the chest.
There was a struggle. She did assault all 3 officers numerous times before being taken to the ground and taken into custody.
Shifra Yuzalov was arraigned today on a list of charges including felony fleeing and eluding, assault on a police officer, and misdemeanor child abuse. Shifra is a waitress at a West Bloomfield Coney Island, but in the backseat of this scout car, police say she was serving up more than a little attitude. She had violent outbursts demanding to see her kids.
She really didn't say much. She just screamed a lot. She later indicated that she was initially scared after the first crash, and then when she saw the police car, that's when she got scared and continued on.
Keego Harbor police say it all began Wednesday morning when Shifra rear-ended another car and caused minor injuries to a 7-year-old boy in that other vehicle. After that, she refused to stop for police, taking them on this high-speed chase. Her bond has been set at $100,000, cash or surety.
The children are currently placed with their father, and there's been a protective custody order on them. The mother only to have supervised visitation with them at this point.
Kimberly Craig, 7 Action News.
Now to that wild police chase caught on camera in Ohio. Young mother speeding with her child in the car, police in pursuit until they called off the chase, fearing for the safety of others. Police are still searching for the mom this morning, and ABC's Candace Gibson has the story.
A terrifying police chase caught on camera in Springdale, Ohio. Police say the driver is Erica Barrero-Rapp. The most shocking part, she's a young mom accused of putting her toddler's life at risk, the child riding right there in the minivan. This morning, authorities in Ohio still on the hunt for the woman they say is behind the wheel driving with a suspended license. Police dashcam video capturing the minivan speeding the wrong way against traffic, then aggressively barreling over a concrete barrier on the highway. Just watch as the minivan drives backwards on suburban streets, maneuvers around patrol cars, and goes right through lawn after lawn in a neighborhood. Police say the wild chase that spanned a mile and a half all began with Barrero-Rapp appearing in court for minor charges. After discovering she had additional felony warrants in Kentucky for her alleged concealed weapons violations and drug use, authorities say they confronted her in the courthouse parking lot. The woman then locking herself in that minivan, refusing to let her child out before taking off. Police eventually stopping their pursuit.
It was getting more dangerous. We terminated the pursuit for this child's safety and for the general public's safety.
And get this, authorities spotted her minivan at a nearby hotel. A guest at that hotel said she jumped out of the window with her kid in order to get away from police. She's still on the run.
That little boy left in a car outside a daycare center where his sister works.
ABC Action News reporter Ryan Smith has been following this story all day long. Ryan, what have you learned tonight?
The daycare tonight remembering Jacob by posting this heartfelt message right behind me here outside BFF Kids. But take a look to the left. I want to point your attention to another sign, an important reminder for parents and guardians to never leave a child in the car. Look before you lock. The toddler left in stifling heat, locked inside an SUV for more than 5 hours. Investigators say Jacob Manchego's half-sister left the 2-year-old behind as she went into work at BFF Kids.
I seen a lady running from the car with the baby's limp. Looked like she was trying to get some help for the baby.
Detectives are trying to figure out if Fiorella Silva Tella routinely took Jacob to work with her. Jessica Smith's daughters go to BFF Kids for childcare, but that may change after today's devastating loss.
I don't want to bring my daughter back. How can you let that happen?
The Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office says when Silva Tella saw the child, she ran her 2-year-old half-brother into a nearby dialysis center for help.
How can you forget about a kid being in your car? I don't care how busy you are, or how little sleep you get, how stressed you are.
Medics rushed him to a hospital where he later died. Temps reached 86 degrees and would have climbed to triple digits very quickly inside a car with no air. BFF Kids tonight did not want to comment to us in person, but later tonight posted this statement outside their building. It reads in part that they are praying tonight for Jacob's family, and his sister simply made a tragic mistake. Now tonight, investigators have not said if she will face any criminal charges. Live in Brandon, Ryan Smith, ABC Action News.
A Portland mother has been arrested for drunk driving.
But it's how deputies found out about it that was so unusual. Eileen Park getting answers about how this all transpired. Eileen?
They found out about it because the 11-year-old son was in the car with her, and then he called 911 on her. Deputies say they were on their way back from a Hillsborough Hops game, and her son started getting worried when she hopped a curb. Saturday night, 30-year-old Nicole Norris of Portland starts driving back home after watching the Hops game with her son. But something about her driving worried her 11-year-old son, so he called 911.
He had said his mom was drunk driving. He was in the back seat. He felt in danger enough that he needed to reach out to call us.
Washington County Deputy Shannon Wild responded to the call and took these pictures of Norris taking these drunk driving tests.
We have her walk a line, look at her feet, count her steps out loud, that type of thing.
She failed both.
We put the protocols in place to have a great fan experience and a safe fan experience, and we take it very seriously. And I think we've done a really good job in 5 years to achieve that.
The president of the Hillsborough Hops says his staff looks for drunken behavior all the time.
All of our bartenders and staff that serves alcohol is fully trained, fully licensed.
But sometimes there are people they don't catch.
Thousands of people come to the games, and we do our best and put the best protocols in place to have a safe environment, and that's our goal.
Now, in addition to her son, 2 other drivers reported Norris's erratic driving as well. Norris could face additional charges, but I'm waiting for the DA's office to get back to me on that question. Also, her son is now with extended family. Back to you.
Get to some new video here that just into our newsroom in the past half hour. You want to watch this car here very closely. You can see an object fall out of the car here. That is a toddler strapped into a car seat. A driver following behind, capturing the girl falling out of the car on his dash cam. He stopped traffic to grab that 2-year-old. The toddler's mother came back after realizing her daughter was missing. Police are recommending she be charged with child endangerment.
On US 90 east back towards Castro, an infant in that vehicle. All right, extremely high rate of speed. I'd say at least 100 miles an hour still. Traffic is light to moderate. Almost struck another vehicle passing. Flyway Patrol just got a spike. I went off road. Looks like she's about to wreck. No, she still got it. She's now on the access across the median. Still high rate of speed coming up to the creek. Hold here, 1050, 1050, 1050 and 2536 and military. She's in the back seat. She's got the baby and we're running. We're running southbound from the accident,
Received vehicle crash at 2536 at military. Female with a baby is running southbound from the crash.
Okay, we're getting in a white Nissan Xterra, Troops in front of it. Hold the air. Doors are open. Troops trying to get her out now. Female driver of this white Nissan Xterra also has a child, and the baby's safe.
107 EMS has been notified.
Oh, hello. Hi, guys. Can you guys open the front door for us?
Look in the window. Tiny faces. Cleveland police get a call for kids home alone. And when officers finally spot the kids, they realize how young they are. What a challenge it will be to rescue them.
Is Mommy home? Hi, I'm Chris. Do any of you speak? You know the person that lives across the hall from you?
I don't know her. I know of her.
Police try everything to get in, pulling on doors, talking to neighbors, calling the landlord. No luck. The building, East 78th and Cedar. Neighbors help too.
You don't look yet.
Straight through there.
Hey, look, I'm a policeman.
A report shows a neighbor told police she hadn't seen Mom around since the night before. Finally, an officer decides the only way to get the kids out is to go in, through a window. He takes off his bulletproof vest and more so he can fit through the window.
You just hoist me up.
Oh, wait.
Inside, police find the kids, twins, 2 years old. Police find they had been locked in a filthy, nasty room with no food or water. Paramedics took the kids to get checked out by doctors. This happened in July. Video now released to the I-Team. Police have recently charged Mom with child endangering. Maria Garcia. So, where was Mom? The I-Team tracked her down by phone. First, she said she had hopped on the Rapid to go get some diapers. Then she said she'd only been gone a minute. And she said her home was, quote, not a filthy house. And she calls this not that significant of a case. Neighbors stood watching to see those kids taken to safety, just as they had seen police take extraordinary steps for the rescue. Mom pleading not guilty, but this left everyone asking the same question.
You know where your mommy is?
Ed Gallick, Fox 8, I-Team.
Dana Cantor's mugshot this weekend, booked on child neglect charges, was not her first. The mother of 6 was charged with child abuse just 5 years ago. Palm Bay police tell us this recent charge stems from her actions when 2 of her sons went missing Friday after school. The boys 10 and 11 years old, 1 is autistic. When the boys did not come home when they should have, she waited. According to the arrest affidavit, Dana waited 8 hours to contact the Palm Bay Police Department despite being urged by friends, family to contact the police.
In this case, we charged her with child neglect, and that charge is stemming from the fact that there was a delay, extreme delay, in her reporting that these kids were missing, and the conditions of the house again.
Again, as her arrest in 2017, the police report described deplorable conditions in the family's home. Back then, all 6 children were taken into DCF custody after she was found guilty of contributing to child delinquency. She was put on probation. They were just returned to her in March last year after working with DCF. The community pulled together to help track down the 2 boys. Police staged a large overnight missing person search. The boys were found at 10 a.m. Saturday. The principal at their school, Jupiter Elementary, was instrumental in connecting the police to where they might have been.
And it was through that work that we knocked on a door, and the mom there said, yep, the 2 boys stayed the night here, and they had just left. And then within moments, our officers had located both boys walking back home.
Police tell us that as soon as the boys were found safe, they shifted their focus to the criminal investigation of their mother, and she was arrested just a few hours later on Saturday. So after being home less than a year, all 6 children are again in the care of DCF. They were picked up on Monday.
Now to a really horrific story out of New Mexico. A mother caught on camera throwing her newborn into a dumpster, and we want to warn you, this video may be disturbing. Watch as a woman pulls up to the dumpsters, grabs a black bag from the back passenger door and throws it in the trash. Later that night, some dumpster divers stumbled upon the bag, realizing there was a baby inside. They rescued the infant and frantically called police.
They were going through the dumpster looking for anything of value when they heard what they thought was a baby crying. They thought it may have been a dog or a kitten, so they removed a black trash bag. They opened it and they saw that it was a human baby. The baby was wrapped in a bath towel that was dirty and wet and had dried blood on him with the umbilical cord still attached.
Detectives traced the white car back to 18-year-old Alexis Avila, who admitted to dumping the newborn. She claimed she wasn't aware she was pregnant until January 6th when she went to the doctor complaining of abdominal pain. She gave birth the next day and shortly after threw the baby in the trash. Avila was promptly arrested and charged with attempted murder.
Then, well, tonight, for the very first time, you will see what Norwood police found in the apartment of a woman who is charged with padlocking her 2 children inside.
Nicole Jones is now charged with endangering children. Chief I-Team reporter Craig Cheatham has this video that you will see only on WCPO 9. Craig?
Tanya and Craig, a caseworker called Norwood police to say she heard children inside Jones's padlocked apartment. The padlock was on the outside of the door. Jones had 2 children living with her. She said they were ages 10 and 8. This is what police found when they arrived at the apartment. This is video from the body camera of the first Norwood police officer to arrive Wednesday at Nicole Jones's apartment.
There's at least 2 children inside.
The caseworker who made an unexpected visit found it padlocked, then called police. Then the caseworker called Jones.
The police department.
Officers called out to the 2 girls through the door, but no one answered, so an officer cut the padlock.
Police, you guys in here?
After officers walked through the apartment calling out to the girls, one of the children finally opened a door.
You're not in any trouble.
Hi. You guys okay? What you guys got everything locked up for? You're scared?
A few minutes after that, about 19 minutes after police first arrived at the apartment, Jones walked into the apartment while talking on her phone.
They couldn't go with me. I just left Section 8, so that's why my lock was on the door. I did not know this lady was coming. Well, I didn't know on the outside of the door. Because my landlord never fixed it. How dangerous that is, right? Yes, I do know how dangerous it is, but I had an appointment.
Seconds later, police arrested Jones. Then she called out to her children to come hug her goodbye.
I'm so sorry, y'all.
According to the police video, the children's grandmother and aunt arrived to take care of them. Nicole Jones was released from jail and has a court hearing scheduled for July 20th. Tanya?
All right.
The woman is arrested after police say her child knocked on a neighbor's door naked, asking for food.
Investigators describe conditions inside the child's home as unimaginable. News 4's Hunter Release tells us what else police say they uncovered. Hunter, this is very sad.
Kevin and Heather, a neighbor I talked to today, says this isn't the first time the child has been alone and running around yards, but police believe it's the first call they've gotten, saying besides the large trash bags and tubs of water in the kitchen, bugs and roaches were also found inside the home.
A call to 911.
It was this past Sunday that police responded to a residence on the city's southwest side.
Police say the caller found a naked child who possibly looks malnourished.
There was a person in the area that had contacted police indicating an unclothed small child had come to their door claiming to be hungry.
When officers got to the neighborhood, they saw Yurianis Columbi Delgado and the child across the street. She allegedly admitted to police she was getting a bath ready when her son climbed out of a window to play with other kids in the neighborhood. That's when police asked if they could check inside the home due to the nature of the call.
Unimaginable conditions inside. There was trash everywhere. Just really a place that's not suitable for a child to live. They had limited food inside the home.
The report explains trash bags were blocking doorways. They found stagnant water in the bathroom and kitchen, also identifying there were no beds in the home for the child.
For that reason, DHS was contacted. Ultimately, the caregiver was arrested on a complaint of child neglect.
The Department of Human Services could not comment on the child's whereabouts currently, but did say more than 85% of the cases they get each year are related to neglect. A neighbor I talked to also says if she's walking by the house and the door opens, the smell is unbearable. Columbi Delgado is still in jail on a $50,000 bond. Her court date is not set.